Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Robert B. Hayek. I am an author of that's right, five thrillers. Now, today's topic is going to be very fun and interesting. I'm going to be telling you how to turn real life events into amazing fiction. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what does this guy know? Who the hell does he think he is to tell me what to do? Well, I'm not telling you what to do anything. I'm just going to give you my piece from what I know and tell you what I've been through. Now, the first thing you want to do when you're turning real life into fiction is make sure that the real life event can be turned into something interesting. Now, take for example me. I actually have a real cool thing I did years ago that I turned into a storyline, and I put it in my first book, John Drake. I jumped off a cliff in Corona del Mar, and if you don't believe me, let me show you the clip.
The waves, Robert! Yeah!
Now, as you see, I jumped off that cliff. Look at me go. Look at me go. I'm jumping off the cliff as if it's nothing. And real true life, I actually helped save my friend's life that day because the waves were really bad that day. It was a 6 foot waves and very, very bad current. So we were stupid. We jumped in the waves and it was fun. We survived. I had some scratches, but I was able to turn that real life event into something amazing. Jumping off a cliff and just feeling the thrill of jumping off the rock and landing in the water. I actually wrote a scene in John Drake, my story, where somebody actually got thrown off a cliff and another person got shot off a cliff. And my main character, John, had to jump off the cliff to save somebody. And that's pretty gnarly that I was able to turn something real into something fiction. And you want to have ideas to do that. You want to be able to implement that type of thing into your books because it's going to make the readers go, wow, I can't believe that just happened. Now, in terms of, is it exciting? You don't always have to jump off a cliff. You can always have something cool that's not like that. For example, I just wrote a scene in which two of my characters got engaged, and I heavily based it off a real life engagement where a couple that I know went hiking, and the man proposed to his girl, who was one of my good friends, on a hike. And the first word she said was, "I look like shit." And I implemented that in the book, and I think it's really funny and a great homage to real life. So anytime you can find a way to implement real life into fiction, you can turn your readers on and you can grab them and hook them, hook, line, and sinker. Now, I've managed to kind of perfect this when it comes to certain real life things, whether it's things my friends say or things I do. And I think that in order to keep it going, you have to kind of put life on a balance, a scale, you know? Not everything you're going to do in your real life is going to be interesting, but when you're finding a way to make it interesting, like say for example, if I were to go play basketball today and I were to fall down a hill, I mean, I could make that interesting. I could make that into a storyline. I could have somebody throw me off a hill. I could have me fall into the mud and everybody laugh. That could be something that I can implement into a real life storyline. You got to take the little things in life and just enhance them. Kind of grow it up like a steroid effect. But anyway, I want to just touch on that and why it's so important to try and implement real life into fiction, because I think it really enhances the story and actually helps readers relate more to it. When you're reading a book and you see something that happens in a story, you have to think, oh, maybe that could happen. Now, I write thrillers and I'm not being chased by bad guys every day. But there are certain things I can do in my life that can be inspirational to real life. I don't have to jump off a cliff every day. But there's always going to be something in your daily life that seems mundane, but you can turn it around and make it interesting. And once you do that, you'll get the hook that you want for all your readers, and you'll be able to create longer storylines, greater characters, and greater ideas. Thank you all for watching. If you want to see more content like this, where I'm going to be kind of talking about fiction and narratives and everything, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to be doing more content about writing, about my books, and we're going to be talking about all sorts of topics. So thank you again for watching. Have a great day.